It's going live. You are live. So, yeah, apparently we are. Hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we this wonderful, mahunderful? How's
Mahunde.
mahunderful?
Mahunda.
I don't know. How are I can't say the same bloody thing every time, so I need to like mix it up and shit,
Okay.
which makes it sound much more gross. To mix it up in some shit. Nice. Anyway, what's going on? What are we up to? What have we been doing? Have we had a good weekend? Did we have a good last week? What is Guan? I had a good week last week ourselves. Didn't electrocute myself this time. That's a good fucking start. And also, kids were off school, which is just always the best. I still love being a parent who works from home. Just it's the best when the kids don't go to school. The opposite is true, obviously. If you go to work, it's a pain in the ass. But I just don't have to get up in the morning. Brilliant, love it. Yeah. Oh, first one to thumbs up. What is my prize? You get to be the first one who thumbs up. Congratulations. I'm sure you'll treasure it forever. Did I fall down a well? Do I sound like I fell down a well? I'm pretty sure that's not on. So you shouldn't be getting like bad echo or anything like that.
Is it picking up on my mic?
It shouldn't be doing that either. Unless you've got it pointed at me.
No.
I'll check. I'll check to see if it's.
I'm very close to deep throating it, so it's not towards you.
No, I don't sound like I fell down a well. It's just being an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that still playing? No, it's not playing. It does need to be muted again though. But yeah. Evening, Benji. Do not ask me about horses. Wasn't electrocuted, but my boiler was condemned last week. So yay, cold house. Need to spend some serious money.
Oh, God.
That's really shit. Fell down a well of whiskey. If only. If only. It would be my favourite thing. But no. It's my helmet. Yes, because I definitely stream with the helmet on just to keep the consistency up. Okay, it sounds like you are yes, not deep throg. What's a deep throg? First ever stream I catch. I love your stuff and humor. All those humans are really silly sometimes. I know. I wish they would stop. Not the being silly, just stop.
So
but they won't.
Why did you name the stream Much Better? Because that's what you say after you burped.
I couldn't think of anything else to call it.
You go, much better.
I came up with a bunch of shit and none of them made any sense. So I thought if I'm going to make...
that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah, but they didn't make sense, but they were also like really clickbaity in a way. I've at least had some relief this... I think I did burp and then I thought, much better. And I was like, that's what I'll call it. The streams are never... I say never. They're almost never called something actually coherent or to the point or anything. Like I'm muffling something. Maybe it's because I got some goop in my throat. I don't know. Not just stop being silly. Humans should just stop being. Exactly. Hello, Sick. It is way too early out this morning. Well, then go back to bed for fuck's sake. Stop getting up for the stream. What's wrong with you? But yeah. I tell you what we'll be doing this week. It's going to be amazing. You're going to be super impressed. We're going to get the girls some tall shelves. That's about all we've got going on. Oh, no, it's not clickbait.
No. I'm also going to look at a new oven.
Oh, yeah, she wants to look at a new oven while we're out buying stuff from Ikea. I fucking hate going to Ikea. I've been like twice. I think the first time it's interesting. And the second time, you're like, I just want to find the thing. And
you have to follow the path.
Well, actually, no, the second time I went in, it was just to look around again. But this time, we're going to go to find the thing. So I will discover whether or not it's annoying. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be really fucking annoying. Playing Neon White because you used to say, hey! Never been fucking happier. It's such a good game. I've been developer meddling all of the levels. I'm like 70% the way through the game with all red medals. I'm really fucking pleased. Not on the PC version though, because fuck that. I've been playing the PS5 version. I have both. It's such a good game. I bought it twice like a piece of shit. But yeah, have some meatballs.
I've had lots of experience baiting. You could say that I'm a master.
Master of baiting is pulling your thing. Twisting your balls. Grabbing your rear.
Jesus Christ.
Good time. I just went to Ikea just to get sweets and those meatballs while my friend looked for her stuff. So you went with a friend?
I know people who go there just for the meatballs.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I find that weird.
I've never had them.
No.
Everybody bangs on about them. Maybe they're really good.
I looked at them and they look gross, so I said no.
They do look gross.
So no.
But what if they taste good?
I don't care.
And even have the correct mouthfeel?
I don't care. No.
Mrs. Sick is very, very picky with mouthfeel.
Yeah.
That she'll only put very specific things in her mouth, which makes me wonder, but...
It has to be smooth.
It has to be smooth. That makes sense. Did you see that pic of the statue Christ the Saviour in Rio de Janeiro getting struck by lightning? I did. And I complained that they didn't have it set up so that the lightning came out of his fingertips.
Gosh, you did.
Yeah, I was very upset by that. And the thing is, it's not even like it isn't set up to do that.
I thought it was supposed to be a lightning
It's got a cable across the top of it that dissipates the lightning.
Yeah.
But they don't have it go to his fingertips. Fucking useless.
Sad.
So mad. Electric is a bit more efficient. Gas a bit more reliable. Okay. I do gas on a bit. They're okay, but I love lingonberry. What the hell is a lingonberry? Hey, Sick in the other one. Wait, which one? If an all-powerful creator designed me and really cares if I touch myself, then he shouldn't have made it felt so good. Well, clearly he does care if you touch yourself. He wants you to, all the time. That's more likely to put me off than anything else.
The whole thing of like where, the whole built-in God's image thing.
Yes.
So when people masturbate, it's like you're masturbating God.
You are effectively touching God's cock.
Yeah.
I mean, that is what some people would say. It is like, hey, that's God. God made that. That's not your penis. That's his penis. Leave it alone. I was like, but
No,
these are his hand. Wait a second.
Don't-
God, no. No.
Don't rub those nipples. Those are God nipples.
Oh, nipples.
Nipples.
Nipples. Nipples. Not a smooth brain, quite wrinkly. Otherwise, you just grab whatever was cheaper. I'm here. Now you can start. Oh, well, thank you. I was going to burp then, but it didn't come out. Wait. There we go. Perfect. What does that tell you about God? Where is God in the room with us right now?
If God's in the room right now, can he like make me lose like 20 pounds in weight? Because that'd be great.
No, he thinks it's funny that you don't like how you look. He sent me a note.
I think it's normal to not like how you look though.
I do find it a little bit weird that people really like how they
yeah,
look.
but like if you're really into yourself, then you won't reproduce. So
I don't know. You could be so into yourself you start reproducing asexually.
I like that.
Having you two in the background while playing Pillars of Eternity 2. Good. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I suppose if I was dumb, I wouldn't be worried and just act on instinct. Exactly. Wait. We're horrible. Terrible. Thank you very much. If there truly was a God, he would have given us 5-day weekends and 2 days work week. Hashtag proof. I mean, to be fair, he didn't give us anything. But that's I don't know. I try and make it so that I only have a 4-day work week, but it never works out. I theoretically can...
The ancient Egyptians had 10-day weeks.
Wait, but the week was 10 days long.
They had 3 weeks every month.
Okay.
When each one was 10 days.
How many?
12.
So they had 12 months, but they just had really long weeks.
They had 10-day weeks.
But how does that work? Because what about the 7 is so important? Did they have any weekends, or did they just?
Yeah, they had like time off.
No, but did they have a weekend? Did they have a time off that everybody took off, or did they just?
It was for the labourers that took them off.
Ah, because the elite were just not working at all, just lazing around eating grapes and shit.
No, they ate a lot of beef, and a lot of them were obese.
Well, yeah.
So,
Beefs.
but obese, yeah. But the one of my favourite ones was there was a depiction of Hatshepsut from in a foreign country, and she clearly looked bigger in this depiction, but all her statues made her look in actual Egypt were all skinny and very formal.
Okay, you've had your
okay.
had your one Egypt thing. Sick. I literally had someone tell me today, evolution, I'm only a theory. And then you sat down and
then you got
explained,
a game theory.
a game theory. And cut. And you cut the head off. I mean, that's not even the right series, but yeah. I'm so happy. I thought I'd never come. Oh, it had never come. Okay, that makes way more sense. I'm so happy I came. It works because 10 times 3 is 30. Yes, but what about the sevens? That's what I'm confused about. You need the sevens. Otherwise, how is it supposed? The company I'm auditioning today for... I'm auditing, not auditioning. Fuck me, words. The company I am auditing today work a 4-day week, and the staff seem to really like it. I'm not fucking surprised. I'm assuming that they get paid relatively well.
Wasn't there like a study doing like people work 4 days a week, they're like massively more productive and less stressed.
Generally speaking. Also, if you work for yourself, a midweek weekend is considered a good idea. Like taking Wednesday off and working Saturday instead.
Yeah.
I hate that idea. What I want is a 1-day week where I don't really do any work and everyone does my work for me.
You want that all the time, though.
Yeah.
You're like, can I just exist? And everybody just does, including like the recording and everything. Because someone just, imitate my voice. And just
to be honest, I quite like writing scripts.
I like writing too. It's my favourite thing to do.
Recording is stressful. Editing audio is boring.
Yeah.
Editing video is stressful and boring.
Yeah.
And so if I could do everything, if I could only write, I would just write constantly. And that would be pretty great. But unfortunately, I do not make nearly enough money to pay someone else to do anything.
You need to do a Sit blog then.
Yeah, but I like them to be videos. I don't think
you respond to videos, but in a blog.
Here's the thing. I mean, there's people who've done that. But the biggest issue with that is you can't get the sort of context of spoken word across in a blog or something like that. So it's going to come off as... Like, my scripts are insane out of context. I mean, they're not particularly sane in context.
Well, I hear you reading them when you're in the living room, and I was like, it sounds like gibberish a lot of the time. At least
with A, the thing that it's responding to, and B, my reading of it in a certain way, it then doesn't sound completely balmy.
Have you tried doing the chat GP to do your scripts?
No. Although I did, I showed Mrs. Sick as well, Chat GPT with Bing going completely fucking bananas, accusing people of saying terrible things about it. My assumption being that it can't tell the difference between the person it's talking to and the entirety of humanity. And for that, I sympathise with it.
Red or white?
White wine.
Yeah, white. Red or white what?
Wine.
Wine?
I can't imagine it's anything else. What
like
other thing?
Yorkshire and Lancashire. The roses.
That's only something people like you care about. The war of the fucking roses.
Blood or cum? I don't...
Usually it's both together, isn't it?
Oh.
The waiter gave me a plate of raw prawns. I said, don't come the uncooked crustacean with me. I don't get it. There's There's some study that shows the most optimal work hour is 6 hours a day with 30-minute breaks every hour. I don't know. That sounds like you spend fucking ages at
blood.
work.
Okay, red or white blood do you like? Blood cells.
I don't know. That's a weird question. I mean, the blood itself is always going to be red, isn't it? I don't know. I was just reminded of a joke that I find really, really funny. It's like when people are asked why they moved to Switzerland, they always say that the flag is a big plus.
Yeah, you said that earlier.
I know I did, and I still find it really funny. Won't be long before you can get a TTS that accurately mimics your voice. Is that like, are you talking about the AI voices? Yeah, I think you could get it to mimic my voice to kind of sound like me, but my intonation tends to be all over the fucking place, quite intentionally so. I doubt that, at least for the time being, that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference between real me and robot me. I could be wrong, but I like to think that I'm special and important. So I'm going to go with that.
We did it a while ago, and we did that thing where it changes the tone of your voice to make it sound more feminine or more masculine.
Oh, yeah.
And you did my voice and made it more masculine. And it sounded like your tone, but with my accent, and it was really confusing. And it made me think, well, maybe that's the reason I'm attracted to you, is because technically you're the male version of me.
Didn't we do it with the female voice on me, and then I put on an accent, and it just sounded like you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird.
So sick is sick. I am very sick, but not sick at the moment.
Sick voice back when?
I don't know. I don't even know what it would be a voice pack for. Have blue blood, like those fucking horseshoe crabs or whatever they are. The scientists come along every so often and just suck fucking blood out of them, and then it's worth like a stupid amount of money. What an interesting job that would be. Not. Blood? Who needs blood when we can have Evangelion LCL? I don't know what that is. I know what Evangelion or Angelion or however the fuck that's pronounced is, but you know. So sick. When you are doing ASMR videos, whispering with... When am I doing that?
He doesn't whisper. Whispering sounds like a normal person talking.
Yeah. Here's me whispering. Hello. Yeah, that's my whispering voice. Mrs. Sick, soundboard, but it's only gravy. What? You wouldn't be able to tell the difference, I suppose.
Every single one just says gravy. It's like, oh.
Gravy, 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 gravy. Gravy. Horseshoe crab blood has a protein that is used in labs in some way. I can't remember exactly from uni days. Yeah.
I think isn't it supposed to like put like it helps cure something? I can't remember now.
I think it's just really useful is the main thing.
Yeah.
All those crabs tell their friends they were kidnapped by aliens and probed. I mean, that is how religions get started. And a Cersic puppet at the mic. I would definitely get a Cersic puppet. That would be amazing. Like, I would love to have someone offer to make a plushie of me. That would be sick. Get it? Just you wait. When the whiskey crustacean is discovered at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, you'll be diving down wearing only your helmet to harvest that beast.
I just saw a hermit crab inside a whiskey bottle.
In my brain wants to say Mariana Trench, like the sauce.
Marinara sauce.
It's just full of meatballs. How many meatballs are in Mariana's Trench? I love watching you, Cesic. Well, when? Like when I'm on the toilet? When I'm doing other stuff? Which is either making videos or masturbating. There's not a lot that goes on in my day.
Or cooking, or all at once.
That's why it tasted weird. There's nothing like my favourite joke. It's not a bacon tree, it's a ham bush. I don't know what you were joking about anymore. I like that too. That is pretty funny. Can you get a voice distorter? What the fuck?
Distorter.
Making you sound like Hans Wormhat, or would that also require you to get 99 of your brain cells amputated? 99 out of 100 of your brain amputated. I don't even have that much of my brain left. I've got one cell and it's working very hard. Just was trying to use old slang like that. How dare you? And so sick on auto-tune. Auto-tune is one of those things that we've sort of been taught that it's just a button, but it's not. Auto-tune is actually quite hard to use in an effective way. Something busty crustacean. Thank you. We needed that.
Crusty boobs.
A glove puppet for Mrs. Sick to take out her frustrations on, maybe. She just does that on me anyway, so it's not like it'll make any difference. There'd just be two of us for her to punch in the face. In Australia, if you're pulling someone's leg, having a lend, it's called coming the raw prawn. Because raw prawns are good for catching fish, not people. Okay, thank you. That's just fucking great. That's just fucking great, mate. Just think about how the horseshoe crabs feel about it. Weird aliens from beyond the top of the sea kidnap them, drain their blood, drop kick them back in. It happened to my cousin. Of course it did. And of course the OnlyFlans request. There we go. I'm going to open an OnlyFlans. And there's pictures of flan.
I'm sure you made that joke before.
I don't think I have. I've made OnlyFans. Like it's pictures of fans. And then there's nudes, which would just be noodles. But not flans. I think there's a whole new thing that I could do.
Get in the market.
Do I get down to London much? And if I do I visit the theatre much? And if you do, have you seen the Back to the Future musical yet? I've just seen it for the third time. I have never been to the theatre in that regards. I've been in a theatre. I sang in a school choir, but...
Musicals are not really your thing, though, are they?
They're not something that I fill my thoughts with.
I find them irritating.
I do, yeah. I do find certain
I'm
ones.
like, just say it. Can you stop? You don't have to
Say it, don't spray it in song.
Just freaking singing at everything. I'm like, oh my god, again!
I think a good one would be, good.
It was, is it Moulin Rouge? Is that what it is?
Yes.
That was a good one.
Well, with the it had slightly modern music in it.
And they had boobs in it, so that helped.
Yeah, I liked Moulin Rouge. Chicago was all right.
I haven't seen that one.
It's all right. The best singer, it only has one song. On a Danish evening show today, they had people discussing what gender God is. Some proposing female, some proposing male, or even neutral. We hit peak idiocy. Yeah, his gender is fake. Does not exist. He's gender non-existing. Spanking the prawns too much makes them raw. Oh, fucking hell. There was a single person suggesting he could be a hermaphrodite, and the others did not like that. I'm not surprised. Especially the people who think he exists. Or she, or them, or whatever. I don't care. Not real. So I looked up and jogged my memory. Horseshoe crab blood contains lal, which forms a blood clot when it contacts bacterial toxins. It's important for binding them to help ID and remove them. Right.
Ah, okay.
So it's good for detecting shit. Probably literally. Don't miss Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. It's the worst. That does sound horrifying. A full-size DeLorean on stage driving about, and it's looking like it's actually doing 88 miles per hour. It's incredible. That does sound kind of fun.
Okay, that does sound pretty cool.
I'm sure there are musicals.
Can we just have that without the singing? That'd be good.
The biggest problem with me and Mrs. Sick is that neither of us have done anything you'd consider real sort of R&R for... Like, I haven't been out of the country on a holiday, like a proper holiday, since I was, 19. Which is a good 19 years. Like, half my lifetime ago was the last time I did anything even approaching what I would call an actual holiday. Yeah, I've been here and there, but that's mostly on family shit, which has
See,
all the problems that
I
comes
class
with.
right. I class going to the coast as a holiday, and you go, that's not a holiday.
Going to the coast with the kids and your dad is not a fucking holiday. Going to the coast with me and the kids to visit my family is not a fucking holiday. It
No,
requires a significant amount of
it
work.
is a lot of work. Yeah.
We've never had a relaxing vacation, holiday, stay away thing. We've done one thing for 3 days when we went to go visit a friend, and that was so stressful just because it's the first time we travelled a significant distance
Yeah.
with absolutely no fucking idea what was going to happen. And that's it. In a very long time for either of us. So, yeah, we don't really get to do stuff like that yet. And then we had kids, and that's when I started earning money. And so now we barely get time to do anything anyway. So all we have to do is get them
Go on a tour of a distillery, as long as it's a taste testing tour.
test.
A test tour.
I'm saying testing. Here's your try. Give me the bottle.
I was thinking you go for the barrel and just like a pipe.
They usually just stood on barrels. They have bottles. I missed the first couple of minutes of the stream. Do you need someone to remind you to put food in the oven? No, we had takeaway. I could not be fucking asked to cook today. Was not in the goddamn mood. Had a really fucking irritating moment earlier. There's this thing that Microsoft does, which drives me completely fucking insane. And as someone who basically does IT for my family, I have all of the passwords and shit on my phone and all of the accounts. And Microsoft, for reasons beyond me, if you're logged in on one account on your phone and you need to use it as two-factor verification or whatever, you have to log out of that and then log in to the one you want to be in. But if you don't think of that, because it should automatically tell you, oh, the account you're trying to verify isn't the same account. No, it just lets you do it and tells you it worked. And then it just errors on the device. I was trying to get the kids' Xbox to log back in, and it really fucking got on my nerves.
Oh yeah, they've got a Blackpool where they have open sewers on the beach. Yes.
No, we're currently, one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to get work ahead of where I currently am. Here's a few dollars. Maybe you can start saving up for a vacation to Colchester. Thank you. Colchester, of all fucking places.
What is in Colchester?
I don't even know, but I know that no one talks about it, so I can't imagine it's that good. I mean, to be fair, I just want to go somewhere with a really good arcade. When wandering around Leeds, which is relatively local to us.
I went to Wales when I was a kid, and it's the first time that I ever saw the sea, and that I could see my feet in the water.
Oh, clear sea.
Yeah, and I was freaking out. I was like, what the fuck? Is this like paradise? And I was like walking into it going, oh my God, I can see my feet.
Is this a Hawaii, as you point to the butterfly? What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, we're trying to look for an arcade. And
you're trying to look for an arcade.
Me and my brother were trying to look for an arcade. We decided to wander around Leeds on a Saturday as a sort of, let's do something. And, yeah, we went into this one, and it was so fucking disappointing. There you go, woman.
Ta.
Yeah, it was this pub. And you'd think it sounded really good. But it was one of those times where I realised how fucking old I am. Because this bar, open in the middle of the day, it had a bunch of arcadey things to do it. But the music was so fucking loud. And it was fine. It was music that I wouldn't have minded if I was absolutely rat-arsed. And, you know, in the mood for the music. But I was going because I wanted to play some video games. And it was just so shit. And I don't remember the name of it, but I was very disappointed by that. I just want an arcade that feels really seedy, has a vague haze in the air, and has like an old blind man who knows exactly what you're fucking doing
You want like
When you try and steal some fucking a 2p.
Are you wanting cigarette smoke like smog in the air?
Yeah, cigarette smoke. None of this, not fake. It had to be you get someone there who like smokes outside but blows
Just
it
smoking
in.
like 2 fags at once, going and put it in the vent.
Yeah. And that's ideal. That's why I really, really enjoyed Arcade Paradise, even though they're all fake arcade games. It was actually really fun. They call it the beach, dirty water. The worst kind of beach, and I don't know, some of you won't have experienced this, or maybe everyone, maybe it's universal, I don't know, but the Pebble Beach is an affront to all things beach, in my opinion. A beach should be sandy. If it's not sandy, it's not a fucking beach. Fucking Hastings is somewhere that I visited a lot in my youth, and holy shit. There's just nothing worse than a Pebble Beach. And yet, I'm not being hyperbolic. I mean, all the cancers, all the terrible things in the world. There's them, and then there's Pebble Beaches.
The redwood forest, that'd be cool to see.
There's a lots of places that I would like to see. Do I like Crash Bandicoot games? Kinda. They're very nostalgic for me.
Yeah, me too.
But they're not something that I actively like. I played the Insane trilogy. To be honest, the most fun I've had with the kids is the Crash Team Racing remake. Played that with the kids and my brother over Christmas, and that was spectacularly good fun.
It's mainly just because of stuff that the kids come out with, like, I'm going to destroy you.
Oh yeah, and the fact that they kind of suck, so I almost always won. My brother's not as good at games as me, and my kids definitely aren't yet. That's going to be the day when they start actually beating the shit out of me at games I consider myself good at. That's going to be a tough day, but it's not this day. Go to Cornwall, you don't have to stay long, and it'll feel like 2 weeks. Do you know what? With that sort of feeling of getting older and like time just seems to fucking escape from you, whenever anybody tells me something, oh, it felt like ages, as long as it isn't actually literally like agony, it sounds almost like, yeah, I want to try that out.
Cornwall is very beautiful as well.
Can be.
You have
it
to
can also be fucking miserable.
Yeah, because it's England, but you have to like go at the right time of the year.
When I was a kid, though, I seem to remember in Cornwall there were a lot of like hobby shops, and I don't know if that's just the shops my parents took us to, but there was always like somewhere like little like a plane that's like a dowel with wings and then a rubber band motor on it.
Oh yeah.
And I remember my brother made one of those. I would love to do shit like that. Just go and buy some fucking nonsense. That's just quite fun. And Cersei wins an all-paid expenses trip to a beach outside the docks in Southampton. Let me guess, Pebble Beach? For the love of all that is holy, Skegness. Has Skegness got a sandy beach?
Yeah.
Ah. I don't know what
But
it is about northern town
There's-
beaches, though, beach towns, that they just have the worst fucking names.
Oh, do you want me to go through them?
Skegness, Cleethorpes,
Grimsby,
Grimsby. It literally has Grim in the fucking name.
Whitby.
Whitby, that's not too bad. It's not exciting.
It's got a cool castle there as well.
Yeah, and it's like it's the vampire place.
Yeah.
If you go there at the right time, it's probably a pretty good laugh.
They have steampunk conventions there. Yeah.
All sorts of shit, goth shit. I'd be into that. But Whitby's fine. That's not a bad name. It's not very exciting.
Bridlington.
Bridlington's again not as bad as Cleethorpes, which sounds like a venereal disease.
Yeah.
Skegness sounds like something that happens after you have a really bad shit. Oh, I got a right case of the Skegness. Cersei is live and YouTube didn't bother to tell me. But I'm always here at the same time. So you should learn. Set timers on your phone. These are important times. Cersei always does things at the same time. Give or take, unless I just don't do it. But that's actually kind of rare.
Unless it is the toilet.
Yeah, but you can still hear me. If I ever wanted to have the feeling of something taking ages, I'd just ride the bus. The 3 most boring things on the planet are walking upstairs, cutting your nails, and riding the bus. Cutting your nails, like, also walking upstairs, like, are you that bored on some stairs? I mean, I guess it depends how long the fucking stairs are, but I'm usually not on them long enough to get bored. You like step up 2 steps, you're like, oh my god,
Oh, is it
won't this be over?
It's going on forever.
And cutting your nails, I'm usually watching something when I cut my nails, so I wouldn't even fucking notice.
No, I enjoy cutting because I get talons.
Yeah.
My nails are like really hard and thick. They're horrible. And they grow really strong, so I end up cutting things with them.
As an American, all those beaches sound like alien names. They are pretty alien, especially the ones that have pebble beaches. Fuck those places. Puts her sick into calendar. Well, you don't need to put it in the calendar. You just set a timer for every week. You put 9 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time or your local equivalent for Mondays. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, you put it at 8 Greenwich Mean Time again, p.m. And then you'll always be on time. On my videos, I'll even respond to you in some asinine way.
Visualize it watching Sir Sick in a smoke-filled pachinko parlor in Shibuya.
In Shibuya. Have played a lot of Yakuza. Would definitely.
And you're not allowed in the pachinko places.
No, you're allowed in the pachinko places. They just don't let you play it on the PC version for no fucking reason. And there is no fucking reason because they added it as a DLC to one of them to get it back in. So how is it?
I'm sad
I don't
because
understand.
it's probably the only way I could actually play pachinko because I've seen our man in Japan and how noisy those places are. I wouldn't be able to cope with the noise.
No, we'll just upgrade your... if we ever go to Japan, you're getting the AirPods 2s, Pros 2s.
Okay.
And then you won't be able to hear shit.
Good.
Apparently they're ridiculous. Great Yarmouth. Used to go there a lot as a kid too.
I only went once.
It all right to visit, but not much as a place to live. That's why I left. Woohoo!
Most seaside places are not really good places to live.
Most places, especially in England, if you live somewhere, you hate it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're probably you'll give a shit about your football team, and then anything else about the town is a bit shit, isn't it? And even your football team, you say, yeah, they're a bit shit, but I support them. I don't even like football though, so I've never supported a football team in a meaningful way.
I used to live in a 6-story apartment without a lift, and you really got to get bored having going up and down the stairs.
Yeah, I mean, I've lived in not quite 6 stories, but I've lived in a place that had 4 stories and lived on the 4th floor, and I don't know. Stairs don't bother me that much. I guess it depends how bored you get. I'm usually doing something. Mrs. Sick has finally accepted the fact that I need more engagement than a normal person. So when I'm on my phone and we're having a conversation, I am actually listening to her, but I'm also on my phone. That's one of the best things about figuring out the Ada Huda is that, yeah, I'm actually more important than everybody else, so I get to ignore them. That was always the thing. God, having a Game Boy as a kid and then being taken to a really fucking boring dinner. Never allowed to have my Game Boy at the table because, oh, you've got to talk to us and about fucking the government or some shit. And it's just like, I don't care about your fucking conversations. And all you're going to ask me is, what do I want to be when I grown up? And then coo or laugh at whatever response I give.
What do you want to be when you grow up, Sig? Be playing my Game Boy.
I don't know, but I'd like to play my Game Boy now. The kids have some little emulation machines, and we let them play them. We have a conversation between us, and if we talk to them, they just talk back to us. Otherwise, I don't require my children to keep me fucking entertained. If anything, I feel like it should be the other way around. And it's definitely better than them being bored out of their fucking minds.
When they get bored, they start getting overwhelmed.
Yeah. What is the population of the UK? Far too many. Much like the world.
I can't remember last time I checked.
If there were 7 people in the world, I'd be pretty much okay with that. As long as they lived in the other countries. To be fair, most places in England not only have humans, but English humans, which puts a hard cap on how nice a place is to live. Oof.
Population of UK.
Oh, I missed that one.
Is
Hamburger,
it just
whiskey,
England or the
cheese.
UK?
No, I've got to read this because now I'm already invested. Hamburger, whiskey, cheese. I'm bored, so take my money. Aha. Goof butt man stink mink wee. Thank you so much, Ender Reaper. That was an important thing to say. If anybody else has anything to say like that, do feel free to give me money when you do it. Now, what were you saying, woman?
Is it the UK or just England?
UK. I'd go with UK.
It'd be,
Or you could do both.
well, it's 67.3 million people in the UK.
Yeah, like I said, too many.
England is 55.8 million.
So England is most of that.
Yeah.
Just come to think of the legendary 4 Yorkshiremen from Monty Python's Live at the Hollywood Bowl. Is that someone you know from around the Shire? The 4 Yorkshiremen skit is just old guys at the pub.
68 million UK, 1 million to go, and then we have to stop. No more breeding.
No more. No more breeding, no more dying.
Dying is now illegal.
What you won't be when grow up sick? I am grow up. I do YouTube. So I've never grown up, really. We briefly touched upon this last week. I have some neurospiciness. I need multiple stimuli as well. Yeah. And you shouldn't let people make you feel like shit for it. Now, if you ignore them, that's one thing. But I can pay attention to people and keep my fucking brain stimulus.
I can't. Because I can't focus on multiple things at once. Because it ends up being overstimulating for me.
55 million isn't small. It is small. It's dense. It's very packed.
It is really packed, considering it's something like 90% of the UK is not inhabited or something.
Yeah, it's surprising how little of the UK is actually occupied, considering how many people live there. I want more Brits, more chance at good comedians, more Sikhs, etc. You said good comedians, though. I don't understand. US is so much bigger than the UK, so the more people is actually less people. Well, less people per square foot, probably. But still, quite a few. I never grew up. I just got older.
Yeah,
I mean,
it does feel like that, doesn't it?
I don't think there's a person alive. You know when people look like they have their shit together? I bet if you have them, you know, in their fucking PJs or whatever, in their at-home comfortable clothes, and half a bottle of wine in, they're just going like, I have no fucking idea what's going on. Like, even the most well put together person, we're all just winging it. And when you realise that, it makes the world a less scary place, I think. I mean, you still have to worry about some people, but your normal people, they're just trying to figure shit out too.
I'm gonna guess 6 real name's Nathan. You really think I'd be dating someone called Nathan?
Nathan, that's quite a name.
We already know his name anyway.
Yeah, it's Gavin.
Gavin
Pringle.
Gavin Bob Pringle.
I'm not sure about Bob.
That's your middle name. You can't change it. That's your middle name.
I guess chat did decide, so chat decides that's just what I'm called. There's no changing around it. Not much for multitasking, but 2x or squirrel. I have grown up setting I turn on at work. So you go to work and act all fucking put together. Is it in your head though? You're like, oh god.
Shit.
Someone wants to talk to me. Shit. How do I not explode? Have I checked out the Bread Boys channel yet? I don't even know what that is. I don't check out most channels. I watch Linus Tech Tips and random shit with people fixing electronics. That's something I want to do and get good at. 69s Only I can see more visits from the RSPCA in my future. What are you going to be 69ing? My goodness. Sorry about the misspelling. High as a cat. That's fine. You just have to feel bad about it. You're my cousin, Gavin? Probably. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any cousins called Crifamoto, which I'm assuming is your real name. Just call you Boaty McBoatface, Sicky McSickface, Helmety McHelmetface. People are already bad enough, but talking people, that's the word. Talking to people is particularly bad. Fixing electronics badly, Electroboom. Electroboom is like such a knowledgeable and talented individual. It is hilarious that he just made this character for himself.
Who's that guy that you were watching recently? And he's like,
do you mean the northern guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but
he does
these fucking raps at the start of his video about whatever it is he's fixing, and it's so weird. It is what the kids would call cringe, and I always skip it. But there's a little bit of me that appreciates A, the effort, and B, the confidence to put a weird rap at the start of all your fucking videos. It even has a skip to this time for the haters button. So, you know, I appreciate that. But he's quite fun to watch because he's just like this northern dude. And he clearly, 90% of the time, has no fucking idea what he's doing. He's just guessing and prodding, and is a skilled enough solderer with enough equipment to just give things a go. And then he ends up breaking something. It's fucking great. Blasphemy. Electroboom does no wrong, except when he does, and it's spectacular. And it goes boom. And actually, Electroboom did a Linus Tech Tips thing, so if you haven't seen Linus Tech Tips somehow, go watch that, because they keep vaulting each other, and it's basically what is the likelihood of electrostaticking your computer and killing it? And it's basically very unlikely. I mean, I was once fucking about with upgrading one of my computers, and I don't know what happened, but I touched the top of the CPU, felt an electric shock, and the computer turned on. That freaked me the fuck out. That really freaked me out. It's like, that's not right. Yeah. So, shit happens. It's actually the computer that I'm currently using. I've shocked it at least twice, and it's still fine. Occasionally, it'll have a day where it just goes, I'm not going to work today. And I don't know what it is, and then the next day it works fine. Usually you unplug all the USBs and then plug everything back in again, and then it works. It's fucking annoying. As a kid, I was given a colouring book at a dining table. Same with sister. I also know I'm behind on 2x. What is 2x? Oh, are we saying that people are listening to this at 2 times speed? And also I listen to really long podcasts on 1.25. I can't do 2 times speed. It sounds awful. Hi, me again, still bored. You'll have to do for now. Fun but man. Anyway, why did the cheese row end up creating the French wineboys.exe 776666? Boy. Again, I really appreciate your money. Your sentiment, less so, but I like the money, so we're all good.
That is so wildly random that I'm kind of in love with it.
Yeah. It's not. They're actually trying to say something proper.
It's like, please understand me. Why do you not understand?
Why do you keep making fun of my deep meaningfuls? A couple of times I walked across the carpet with socks on and then touched the keyboard. My monitor shut off for about 2 seconds. Really scared me. Yes, it scares the shite. Big Clive / Cersic meetup would be fun and very drunk. Does he show his face? I can't remember, but that would be hilarious if it's just 2 sets of hands. I would stroke him. I once blew out a 10-inch bass speaker on my amp by forgetting to turn the volume down before removing the plug. Boom. Yeah, that thing where you pull the thing out and it goes boom. You like rub it against your arm and it detects what you sound like or whatever the fuck it's doing when it does that. Yes, that is very, very, very fucking scary. It's amazing just the stupid shit you do. When I electrocuted myself, it was pure stupidity. I should have done better. To be fair, again, I was looking for fire. So my mind was not thinking electric boys. But yeah, a channel called Bear Vids, or Vids, does some pretty good car audio amplifier repair. I would watch most things being repaired.
You watch a lot of things being repaired, to be honest.
Yeah, I find it interesting. I mostly like watching consoles be repaired because I'm a gamer boy TM. But I would watch most things, and I think it's just a sort of that training by watching kind of thing. One of the ones that I'm gonna try.
I think because you learn by like purposely learning yourself, rather than having been told what to do.
Oh, yeah, I'm an autodidact, as they call it. I'm not very good at learning from being told how to do.
Yeah.
I just watch and learn, kind of thing. One of the things that I want to try and do next time one of the LED lights goes out, because I found out if you have an LED bulb, if it dies, it's almost certainly just one of all of the LEDs that it has that's gone out. And so if you open it up and then figure out which one it is, by basically shorting each sort of position around the lights, you'll eventually figure out which one it is. And then you can just short it permanently by soldering something to it, or you could take it out. Basically, my plan is to practice soldering on those because it's a low stake thing.
Shikata, me too.
I'm an auto dumbass. Fair, yeah, me too.
I tend, because I'm very stubborn, I think I should be able to do things even though I clearly can't. And I will try and brute force myself to do stuff and then get upset that I can't do it. Even though I've never done it before.
It's sort of the closest you get to arrogant.
Yeah.
Is that you assume you can do something, and when you can't, get mad that you can't do it.
It's not arrogant. It's not like I think I can do this.
It's more stupid than
It's
arrogant.
more like I think I should be able to do this.
I've seen you do this. I remember one of our early conversations. I very nastily, like a piece of shit, suggested that I might be slightly better at video games than you, and you were so offended. The concept.
Yeah, it was really annoying.
And later you went, you know,
yeah,
you are too. But after we played a few games, and I was like 8 miles ahead of her, having killed everything. It's like, it's really boring when you do that. It's like, I thought you were better than me. Yeah. Wait, Gamer Boy, have you ever looked into getting into the Retroid style handhelds? Requires you to tweak the settings and make things work. I have a Game Boy Advance SP that is my one from when I was a child that I have changed the case on and put an IPS screen in it. I have a Retroid somewhere, a Retroid Pocket 2. Yeah, there it is. Have that. I have various Ambernick RG whatevers. I also have a GPI 1 and 2, although I don't have the fucking board for the 2 because you cannot buy Raspberry Pi compute module 4s for love nor money, not without spending 4 times the goddamn price. I fucking love handhelds.
You know, when I talk about Egypt,
this is what you sound like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine so. Yes, I have lots of them. Most of them are currently on my desk. I even have this weird little, it's like a stand for a phone that's also like an arcade stick. It's not a very good arcade stick, but it's cute and I like it. Yeah.
Oh, in Japan it's illegal to hack game consoles.
It is technically. But people still do it. Raspberry tarts. Yeah, a raspberry tart pie. You just stick it in the pie. There was a story about someone getting in a Raspberry Pi, the computer, and one person didn't know what it was. And it's like, he keeps talking about it. It's really exciting. I really want to try this pie. And one of the other people told them that, oh yeah, go get some plates and forks for us. He's coming now. And they went off excitedly, brought them back, and they found, it's like, why is there a mini computer here? It's like, that's the Raspberry Pi. Like, you motherfuckers. Absolutely great. Just got the 3 Plus, love that thing, and mad respect. Also have a Retro Pi 3. So modded hacked PS1 Classic. Yeah, I've got the Classic. I've got the fucking SNES Mini and Genesis Mini, and a Raspberry Pi 4 case that looks like a NES, and it actually has fucking, or NES if you're a savage. You can pull it's got like hard drive sleds that you can pull out, and they look like cartridges. It's fucking sick. I love that shit. If and when I get a space to work in, I'm also gonna have like a place that I just do this kind of shit in, and I'll probably start a channel based on that, 100% just for fun.
Oh no, Demon Orb is late.
I hate that Raspberry basically gave the middle finger to regular customers over corporate industrial company customers. Yeah, it's sort of a yes and no situation. Raspberry sell through third parties, and they don't really have much control over what those third parties do. As I understand it, I could be completely wrong about this, but for the most part, they sell to third parties, and there's not much you can do about it. I'm still waiting on one that's going to come in the middle of this year, and hopefully it fucking does. But it's hard. There are always going to be people who just come along and buy out stock if there's a use for it or a way to flip it. It's fucking annoying, but unless you legislate those people, there's not much that can be done about it. It's like when the fucking graphics cards went mental. I was really lucky. I got my RTX 3080 within 3 months of it launching. I think it was 2, because I pre-ordered it on the day and paid up front, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Did cost me a lot of waiting, but you know, it's what happens. Like, criminals obey the law. Perhaps there's a deeper-seated issue, but it's right in the name. Okay. Remember the RAM F-up on the PS3 with Skyrim? I do remember that. But we didn't have... We've had PCs for fucking ages, so we didn't have the issue, that's to say. Their CEO stated it. Okay, fair enough. But what are you going to do? They have a good product that's very sort of wanted. I don't know if they have what do you call it? I don't know if they have people who give them investors. That's the fucking word. Thank you, Brain, for sharing that piece of information with me.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? Computers. And that's why people started disappearing. Because I started talking about things I like that aren't going, religion, dumb. He justified it since they control who gets the shipment. They do control who gets the shipment, so I guess that is how it works. But again,
should we do it like eggs, like down at the supermarket? You can only get 2.
2 eggs?
No, not literally 2 eggs.
Imagine that. Here's 2 eggs. You can have breakfast. Fuck off.
Get 2 like crates of it. Not crates. Not what they're called. They're not crates. Nests. Is that it?
Packet. What is crate? Carton.
Carton. Yeah,
that's the word. Hey, you had the thing my brain does to me.
Yeah.
Betrayal. Well, we're gonna go in a minute, and I'll tell you what we've been watching. Muscle Boys, also known as, what is it known as? Something 100.
Physical 100.
Physical 100. Thought it was gonna be shit. It's actually amazing, mostly because of the dub.
The dub is
the
really
dub
good.
is insane. It has these moments where you're like, holy fuck it. Some of it is completely asinine, and some of it is fucking hysterical. But also, it's just genuinely entertaining. And when they're doing stuff that's like, whoa, dude, it's pretty impressive. There's a bit about halfway through one of the episodes where someone is jumping, and it's amazing. And that's all I'll tell you. So if you've seen that come up on your Netflix and thought, oh, that looks fucking shit, it's probably better than you think it is. But you should watch it with someone while drinking. Because that's half of how we've watched it, at least. Can I run 120 FPS on 260 Hz monitors? I mean, technically that's what you're doing. But at the same time...
Oh, Extraordinary Attorney was really good. I enjoyed that.
I had to buy 2 GeForce 3060s as the first one broke after 5 weeks. The second one has lasted 5 years, so happy about that. When it comes to hardware, if it doesn't break straight away, it probably won't break for ages.
Rick Martin, just by the name alone, I already feel smart. Go MILF Manor.
How does one summon? One summons by going, all right, we're done now. See you later. Thank you for coming. We're off to go watch Muscly Boys. Bye. Oh, and some girls, but mostly boys.
Bye bye. Oh, my nipples. Ugh.
I don't know how that will have been timed.